Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, I will be discussing the practice questions of Cognate Gen Next. Guys, this is part 5 of this series. Part 1 to 4 are already uploaded on my channel. So make sure that after watching this video, you watch those videos as well. Guys, these videos will be really helpful for you. So make sure that you watch this video till the end and as well as share these videos among your friends. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting a video, please hit the like button as well as subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so the question here is, we have to write an efficient algorithm that searches for a value in a matrix. This matrix has the following properties. Integers in each row are sorted from left to right. The first integer of each row is greater than the last integer of the previous row. What it means that these are the rows in the matrix. Every row is sorted in ascending order, as well as there is one more property that the first element of every row is greater than the last element of the previous row. I hope you got this. That is, the first element of the any row is greater than the last element of any row. So I hope you got this point. Now what we'll do, we have to search an element inside a matrix. So this is like simply you can say that there is a simple array in which we have to search for an element. We have done this for 1D arrays, but now this question is for 2D arrays. Guys, this is very important question when compared to interview, as well as this question is also asked in these coding exams. So make sure that you do not skip any part of this video. Okay, so now let's see how we'll be doing it. So I have told you that what the question is and what are the properties of the matrix that will be given this in this question. Okay, so the algorithm that we will be using is the staircase method. See, one method is normal. How we can search an element, what we can do, we can simply iterate over every element inside this matrix, and at every step we compare that this value is equivalent to the target. If yes, then we will return that value, or we can say we will return true. And if we do not find that value inside this matrix after every comparison, then we can simply say that the value is not present and we will return false. So in simple method, we will simply iterate over the entire matrix, every element of the matrix. So the time complexity will be O of n square. That is, n is the number of rows, and you can say n is the number of columns also. Okay. So I hope this is clear to you. Now the efficient approach is the staircase method. What is a staircase method? I will tell you by an example. Like, see, this is the matrix that is given to us. That is 1 3 5 7 10 11 16 20, and it follows all the properties that were given to you in the question. Now our target value is 34. That we have to find the 34 number inside this matrix, and if we found it, then we will return true, and if we do not find it, then we will return false. Now what comes in this algorithm? What we'll do, we will start the searching. We will start the searching from the top right corner. That is, top right corner, we will start the searching. That is from this position where 7 is present. Now what we'll do, we will check at the current position where our pointer is. We will check whether the target value is greater than the given value. If yes, then we'll do certain steps. Then we'll check if our target value is less than the current value. If that is so, then we'll do certain steps. And if our current value is equal to target value, then we have to do certain steps. So let's see. Now I have told you that in this method, what we'll do, we will simply start our searching from top right corner. So here it is 7. Now target is 34. So 34 is greater than 7. So when 34 is greater than 7, it means that what we'll do, we'll simply move our pointer to the next row. We will keep the column same, and we'll move our row pointer to next row. Earlier it was pointing to 0th row. Now it will be pointing to first row. That is when our target value is greater than the current value. Now our current value is 20. Okay. Now our current value is 20. Now what is our target value? Our target value is 34. So is 34 greater than the current value? Yes, it is greater than. So what we'll do, we'll simply move this pointer to the next row. Now what is our current value? Our current value is 60. Now 34, is our target value less than, is our target value greater than 60? No, it is not. So if it is less than, then we will keep the row same, and we will decrement the column by 1. So I hope you are getting my point. In this method, we will start from top right corner. At every step, we will check if our target value is greater than or not. So if it is greater than the current value, then we will keep the column same, and we will increment the row pointer by 1. If it is less than the current value, then we'll keep the row same and decrement the column. Now our current value is 34. Now we'll see, is our target value equivalent to 34? Yes, it is equivalent to. So we will simply return true, and we'll we will stop our searching inside this 2D array. So we'll simply return true. I hope this example is clear to you, but I will do the same thing on 2 more examples so that the things become more clear that how this algorithm is working. Okay, so first of all, I have told you the first case. Now see why we are doing this. That is why we are doing this, that when it is greater, then we are moving to the next row, and when it is less, then we are moving to the left side of the column. See, when we are talking about this position, that is the top right position. See, every time, since it is the ascending order sorting of the current of the row, and this is also sorted, that is the last value of the row is greater than the the first value of the row is greater than the last value of the previous row. So when this is the condition, then it means that whenever we are at this position, greater value will always lie below it, greater value will always lie below this 7, and smaller value will always lie towards the left side of this 7. So that is the entire crux of this problem. Now let me just solve 2 more examples on it, then the things will become more clear. Now the next we are taking is 35. Okay, now we have to check whether 35 is present inside this table or not. So we are at this position currently. We will always be starting from top right corner. Now we'll see 35 is greater than 7. Yes, it is greater, and where values greater than 7 lies below it. So we will take this pointer to the next row, keeping the column same. Now our current value is 20. Is that 35 greater than 20? Yes, it is greater than. Again, what we'll do? We'll simply move to the next row, keeping our column same. Okay, now we are current value is 60. Is our 35 less than 60? Yes, it is less than 60. So when it is less than 60, then what we'll do? We will straight away move towards the left side of the array, keeping the row same. Now the target value is 35, and now the current value is 34. So is the target value greater than current value? Yes, it is greater than. Whenever it is greater, what we'll do? We will take the pointer to the next row, and we will keep the column same. So you can see that this has come out of the array. So it means since it has come out of the array, it means the value is not present inside this array, and we will simply return false for this condition. So I hope this example is clear to you. Now let's take another example for this dry run. Let's take 9. Okay, 9. Now again we will be starting our searching from the top right corner. So our value is 9. So our current value is 7. So the target is greater than 7. So yes, it is greater than 7. So we will move to the next row, keeping the column same. Now we are coming to 20. Now the target value is 9 and our current value is 20. So it means that the target value is less than 20. That is the current value. So we will keep the row same, and we will move towards the left side of the same row. Okay. Now the current value is 16. Target value is 9. So again, our target value is less than the current value. So what we'll do? We will keep the row same, and we will move towards the left side. Now we have came to 11. Now again, target value is 9 and the current value is 11. So again, the target value is less than 11. So what we'll do? We will keep the row same and move towards the left side. Now 10. Current value is 10. Target value is 9. So again, target value is less than 10. So what we'll do? We'll simply move our pointer towards the left side. Now our pointer has crossed the matrix. So it means we have not found our answer 9. So we will simply return false in this case. So I hope with these 3 examples, the things are clear to you, and you will be able to write the code. I will show how to write the code in this video only. So there are simple steps but we have to follow. We have to always start our searching from the top right corner. Whenever we encounter a greater target value is greater than the current value, we will keep the column same and move to the next row. And whenever the target value is less than the current value, then we will keep the row same and move towards the left side of the same row. And we will continue this on how many operations? So till we will continue this till our row not becomes greater than n. That is, they are not moving out of bound, or you can say we have moved so much left that our row column has become negative. So till this positions we will continue doing our search. And let's suppose in the best case, you can say or you can say in the worst case, that we have to find the element. We have to find 23. So let's suppose we have to find 23. So how we will find it? So first of all, our pointer was here on 7. then it will move to 20, then 23 is greater than 20, again we will move to the next row, that is 60. Now we will move to here. Now we'll move here because 23 was less than 60, again 23 is less than 34, so we will move here. 23 is less than 30, so we will move here. So here 23 is equal to 23, we have found it. So for finding, starting from here, and our element is found here, so what is the worst case of finding the element inside the matrix? That will be O of n plus m, that is number of rows plus number of columns. So this is the condition of while loop only. So while loop will be running from 0 to n plus m, number of rows plus number of columns, and in between, if our pointer crosses the matrix either in the row side or in the column side, if it crosses the matrix, then we'll simply return 0 from here, that is the element is not present inside the matrix. So as this was the entire question as well as the approach. I hope these things are clear to you. Now let's see the code for this particular question. Okay, so in this code, first of all, these all things are for taking the numbers in a matrix as input. You can see here we have declared how many number of rows we want, how many number of column we want, and we have now declared an array of name ARR with n rows and m column. These two for loops are for taking the input inside this matrix. Now once you have taken the input, we have to follow these conditions. Since the input will be provided by the companies in which this question is asked, so they will provide the input in this format only, that will follow these properties. Now what we have to do, I have told you that we have to start searching from the top right corner. So for top right corner, our row is 0 and our column is m minus 1. Okay, now k is equivalent to 0. K stands for comparison, that is, we know that how many comparison we have to make to find the maximum, to find the element inside the matrix, that is n plus m. So while k is less than n plus m. So now whenever we are doing a searching, we always have three things. First is, if our current element is equivalent to the target, then we will do. So if this is the case, then we'll simply print cout is equivalent to true and will return 0. That is, we do not want to move ahead inside this searching. Now else if our current element, sorry, here it was ARR. So if our current element is greater than target, so what I have told you, if our current element is greater than target, then we will increment the row, that is current element is greater than the target, sorry. So if our target is less than current element, then what we have to do, we have to simply keep the row constant and we have to do column minus minus. So here j minus minus we have done. Now if our j is less than 0, that is if our pointer has crossed the matrix, then we'll simply break from this loop, and after this loop ends, we will simply print out false. So this was the case when our target was less than the current element. Now else, that means if our target is greater than the current element, then what will happen, we'll simply increment the row, keeping the column constant. But if while incrementing the row, if our you can say if our pointer moves out of the matrix, then we'll simply print break from this entire while loop, and after this we will simply print out cout false. And while these things are going on, for every step we will continue doing k plus plus. By k plus plus, I have told you that for finding the element inside this matrix, in the worst case it will be finding the element here. So total will be n plus m comparisons. So we'll continue to do k plus plus so that more than n plus m comparisons are not made if we have to find the element. And if after these comparisons also, if we do not find any element inside this matrix, then in the end we'll simply print out cout false. So guys, this was it for this question. I hope you liked the video. This code will pass all your test cases that will be given to you in the exam. So guys, I hope you understood the question, then the approach, and then the code for this question. So guys, if you liked the video, please subscribe this channel, and guys, please join my Telegram group also, because I post regular stuff on different 2022 batch pass outs drive. So make sure that you do not miss any updates and are present on my Telegram group. All the links are given in the description box.